Hi, welcome to this moment. My name is Elliot, and I love you. That's why I'm here. I love you so much, and I want you to know that you're not alone, and that everything that you're going through, somebody else is going through too, almost the exact same way. And it's not even someone rare, it's kind of like everybody. Everybody's kind of going through what you're going through in the same way, or in a different degree, but they're going with you. They're going through it like you, with you. So I'm gonna talk about what you're going through just a little bit. These videos are timeless, so I'm making it today. What day is it today? That's the day I made it for. I'm cheeky. I'm an ass. But I love you. Please forgive me. I have a hard time talking to you in this way. I'm an alright talker, but I'm mostly a really good listener. And I can hear you from over here. I mean, really, we're not so far away. Look, see, right there. High five. It's just I have so much to say. And I usually say something really confusing and then have somebody ask a question and then I'm like, okay, we can go from there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull a card from my tarot deck, and I'm going to let that kind of be what I talk about on each video. Maybe I don't know what the future is going to be, but this video at least is going to be about this card and what I could possibly tell you about whatever comes up with it. I love you, God. Thank you for everything. Thank you for always having my back. Thank you, angels. Thank you, spirit. Thank you, galactic family. Thank you, soul families. Thank you. Thank you, God. Thank you, higher self. Thank you so much, me. And thank you so much, you. The other me. I love you. I'm filled with your light. Filled with your light and your love. And from this place, from this brightness, I deliver the message that heals the most and loves the most and creates the most more love. Thank you. Your headspace, your mind space is everything. Alright, so what came out was the Six of Pentacles. I'll kind of continue with my thought. Fuck it. I haven't really figured out what to do about that, so I guess that's fine. Your headspace is a misnomer. It's your mind space. And your mind space is not in your head. It's all of you. It's your whole body. It's more than that. It's your whole essence, because there's more to you than meets the eye. In a simple way, that just means like, hey, like I can't see your thoughts. I can't see your emotions, all of them. I can't see your guts, but they exist. In that same way, your spirit, your energy is much bigger than it appears. And all of that is mind. All of that is I call the mind of all, the mind of God. It's helpful to listen to anything I say and take everything with a grain of salt, and then make it a part of your understanding. So don't take it as a whole. Try and make it make sense with your worldview, so that you can continue to construct your worldview. Sixes are the leaders. Sixes are the ones that move towards. After a thing makes sense, just when it makes sense, is when a six comes along to round out the bottom and take it to the top. And that movement, that motion is very powerful. The circling up and to the right, like even that from a perspective is up and to the right, up and to the right. It's a powerful perspective. It's a powerful movement in your physiology. Yeah, I guess I'll talk more about that. Because when you throw your arms up over your head, you're moving your muscles, you're moving your blood, you're moving your lymph, and it affects all kinds of circulation and what things go where, and it might even qualify as a thing called exercise, and that has its benefits, muscles contracting, all these blah, 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 blah. Well, all of that is energy. And there are subtler forms of energy than the denser forms of energy that are your muscles, that are your cells, that are the fluids that make you up. And those subtler forms of energy move and circulate. And a lot of it, everything, really, the mover of everything is consciousness. I would go so far to say the mover of everything is love. But that could get distracting, that conversation. So this movement here, even just following my hand with your eyes, is creating action, a progression in your mind, in your consciousness, in the pathways of energy in your being, because you move your energy in your body with your consciousness. And let that be enough for now, because that is like a great deal, much more complicated, but it does touch on why number synchronicities are important and what they are at all. When you keep seeing numbers repeatedly, it's not that they mean something in and of themselves. I mean, they absolutely do when you assign meaning to them, and when they have when you can make a positive meaning, stick to something, do it. But what you're noticing is the movement of your consciousness. 1 1 1 1 1 4 4 4 3 3 3 5 55. And you're building pathways in your being. And you can look at it as like pathways in your neural pathways, your in your brain, in your nervous system, because it's certainly that. You can look at it also as the pathways of your consciousness. You can consider that everything that is above is just about the same as it is below, same, but a little bit different in degrees. So if you find a picture of the universe as we know it, you'll find it's like a web of filaments, and there's clusters and nodes and whatnot, and it kind of looks like a river system, or it looks like your arteries, or it looks like your nervous system, or it looks like a root system of a tree, you know, or it looks like, what else does it look like? What else does it make you think? I'm not being dramatic. That was for you to like just like think a little bit like, oh well, what else does it? Because kind of like that. Because listening to me talk, my voice has movement too, and if you really listen, your mind is finding the patterns. But in creating union with yourself, it's not enough to do just to just hear, or to just do the movement with your eyes. Union with self, whether it's the masculine and the feminine, or the left and the right hemispheres of your brain, or the light and your shadow. It's not enough to do parts of each. It's all about doing. Integration is figuring out how to make it so they fit the whole of you. Because once you know that, once you become one, you can't go back from that ever. There's never a going back from that. Because you can go like this now. You can go like this now. But you know what it's like to be like this. And when you have integrated your whole body and your whole mind and your spirit, because they're all a little bit different, parts of them, when they realize their union, no matter if you do this, that, or other, there are parts of you are always going to be together. So, the number synchronicities, when you see them with your eyes, one way or another, also, like, it's really cool when you notice, like, oh, I noticed that I got 111 when I was thinking this good thought, or when I wasn't sure about an idea or something like that, and then I thought, you know what, I'm going to do this, and then boom, I checked out the time and it was this. That is significant because that is linking like a hearing with a movement. But what you're linking yourself to is your consciousness with the greater consciousness, the divine, consciousness, the mind of all, the mind of God, of which you are part of. And like, to the extent that you're also the whole thing, it's just a matter of degree. The next thing I'm going to talk about, and then I'm going to close, so I'm going to try and keep these short. I always say that. I'm so... I don't believe in short things. I don't mean like height, because I'm tall. I just think we rush too much, and that good things take time, and really, really good things you give more time to. And that's a little bit like this guy. He is balanced. So in his balancing, he can give. He can give without tipping his scales. Because it's just not that he only has 6 coins, so he's giving 3 here or 3 there. His balance is within. Because it only looks like he's well-to-do, and he's giving to those that are less fortunate. In a way, there's just one person on this card. And he's giving to one, and he's looking at the one that he's giving to, and he's not looking at the other, and his other hand is got the balance. So what that can mean, or what that makes me want to talk about a little bit, is no matter what you're doing, you're also always maintaining your balance. Because going back to the 6 is about adjustment. 5 is about change, and usually tumultuous. 6 is about having your shit just enough together that you can move in a direction. And moving and movement is everything. Direction is everything. Which is why the manipulation that has happened to us has been so sinister, but it like doesn't have to be complicated. It's just think of a clock with the 12 numbers around it. The hands go to the right. But they really only go right. There's no up, there's no down. That's fiction. Because the illusion that is impressed upon us is this movement that is circular. When truly, up and to the right is spiral. So this person's giving because after their change, This is what they wanted to, this is what they changed for. And it's not 10, it's not king, it's not done. In fact, shit's still pretty cray. But they're not waiting. The first thing that they're doing, that after it seems that they've got their shit together in a new way, they do the thing that's hardest to do, but the thing that they meet that they're doing it for, and that's giving. I'll close with this. I love you, and everything that I do is for you. You might think that I'm speaking to someone specifically, and I am. You. It's true. And my job, friends, home, there isn't an aspect external that hasn't changed, but that's because there isn't an aspect internal that hasn't changed. So my external has, well, I think first the external shifted the internal, and then the internal started to reflect the external. Above, below, within, without. But I've been consumed with this spiritual work and the things that I've been doing, and they've been the most important to my soul and to my love for you. And delivering these talks, saying whatever I'm going to say, has been with me as a part of my intention, and it's something that I know that I've been wanting to do. And I've just told myself my truth, as much as I could bear it, that I will deliver them when I'm more in balance, or when I have met a certain parameter, when I've got enough of the information together, when this other stuff isn't so consuming. And with a lot of help from love, and the love that loves me, my love and the love that loves me, I am remembering that no matter what you're doing, you can only do one thing at a time, because the other thing that you're doing is keeping your balance. And that there's going to be no time where you're not going to be doing something when there's still another need that isn't being met in that moment. So you got to keep the balance, not with that thing on the outside, but the balance is kept within. So this video has got everything that it was supposed to have, and it's perfect for right now. Don't wait. So don't wait. If it feels like it's waiting, don't wait. And then for me, where it was more like it felt like I couldn't, be brave, because it's fear. And that's a hard thing for me to admit, because I'm not very afraid of much. Although I have been really confronted with what I am afraid of these last little bit, especially. And I've learned that I'm super fucking brave. And at the same time, fear doesn't have to be like Scream 2, yo. Like for me, it was, and this is something that I've dealt with my whole life, is fear of being enough, good enough. Now, I really know that I'm enough, that I am more than enough, that I am worthy in the big ways. And so, am I good enough is what I'm going to produce good enough for you, is the way that I framed my fear. And the answer is, it's better than nothing. I thought you'd like that. I do love you. I'm going to make some more videos because I love you that much. And I want you to know, I don't want to tell you everything, that you're not alone. I'm with you. I'm so with you. Thanks for trying. Keep digging. Look up the things that you don't understand but want to. Try not to ask stupid questions like, what's the meaning of my life? Or, can you tell me what my life is meaningful? What I'm supposed to do with my life? Or, I keep seeing 444. What am I supposed to do with my life? Try and answer as many of the questions that you can on your own before taking the time from someone else. Because even when anyone gives you time, you still have to take your time and make it yours. So it doesn't take less time. That made sense, I'm pretty sure. I love you. I really do. Congratulations on making it through my video, because I know I'm pretty confrontational. It's on purpose. Because this is just the beginning. And not everything that I say is for everyone. It's for the eyes. I can see it, and the ears that can hear. So thanks for joining me. I love you. Namaste.